If you're stuck in a loop of low ticket offers, hearing I need to think about it, or constantly following up with people who just never buy, the chances are it's not your pitch, it's your belief about sales. And in today's video, I'm going to walk you through the 3 false beliefs that held me back from closing high ticket deals and how shifting them helped me close my first $25,000 consulting client. Now, these aren't just mindset quips and tricks. These are actual method shifts and modalities that most sellers never get taught, but once you make them, everything changes.
Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Today, I'm here hoping to be able to interview Joey Wilder. He is the creator, inventor, founder, you name it.
We have Joey Wilder, first time coming on the show.
But at that moment, I had a choice to make. I either hit this while it's hot, while people are hyped up about it, or kind of let it simmer out. And I've been told by many great mentors that it's all about the timing of things. And for context, I've had the privilege of working with some of the best, from Taylor Conroy, Jason Wojo, Garrett J. White, Eli Wild, and truly other legends in the space. These aren't just sales ideas. These are actual things that have been tested at 7 to 8 figure levels. Now, my name's Joey Wilder. I've scaled multiple online businesses. I sold a B2C company in 2018, and I've helped over 250 people land, curate, and craft TEDx talks. And I've worked with some of the biggest names in this industry. I've built back-end systems that generate over $150K in monthly recurring revenue. And I share everything from the strategies and the stories and all the fun quips and everything in between. And with that being said, let's get into it. Now, let's talk about belief number 1, which is, I just can't afford it. We all hate to hear this. And this belief is sneaky because it sounds like compassion, but it's actually projection. When I first offered a $10,000 package, I just assumed people wouldn't pay it. And why? Because I wouldn't have paid it back then, because I didn't have the money in my bank account. I was bringing that to the call. I was bringing that energy, not to sound woo-woo, but I was bringing that feeling. There was an inner conviction when I would offer this. And high-ticket buyers don't buy from price. They buy from clarity, confidence, and conviction, as well as proximity to results. And the moment I stopped asking myself, like, can they afford it, or accepting I can't afford it, I started asking, have I shown them the cost of inaction? Have I shown them what happens if they do not take action on this today? And the moment I started doing that, my closing rate increased, my sales changed, and I started to actually convert at a higher level and felt like I was painting the vision of potentiality instead of twisting someone's arm just to get a commission. Now, what I have for you is an exercise that I actually did while I was going through this process. Now, I want you to write down the real cost for yourself in time, in revenue, or emotional energy of you and your ideal client by not solving their problem. That should be your sales frame that you bring to the call. Now let's talk about belief number 2, which is I need a script. Now, for some people, scripts make them sound robotic. It keeps them focused on what they wanted to say and not what the buyer actually needed to explore. Now, what changed everything for myself was using a script as well as dynamic dialogue frameworks. One of the most powerful tools that I now use consistently is called the voice framework. Now that means vision is the V, and I ask them to describe what their desired outcome is with detail. Like, what's the obstacle? What's the number one thing that's standing in your way and keeping you from accomplishing this on your own? And then the impact, what has the problem cost you emotionally, financially, and operationally? How has it affected how you show up in your relationship or with your family or as a father? And then credibility. You share one aligned story that mirrors the situation. And after that, you go into elevation and you paint a believable and specific picture of life after solving it. That is the desired outcome. That's empowered island. That's goal central. And this framework actually transforms your sales call into a co-created roadmap, and you're no longer pitching, you're enrolling them in the vision of what's possible. And in my first $25,000 close, I was using this approach. And the client actually said at the end, this doesn't feel like a sales call. It feels like clarity on exactly what I need. And that's when I knew that I was doing it right. Now, I'm not saying to throw the script away. If you are not making any sales, maybe you need a script. I want you to do this exercise where you take one of your recent sales calls and you map it using the 4-step scenario, which is situation, gap, consequence, solution. Where did you skip? Really dissect, like where did you lose the call? Where did you lose frame? And where did you recognize that this was not going to close today? And did you actually book a follow-up? Did you give them an action step to do between now and the follow-up? That keeps them invested in what you are going to offer. And the thing is, if you're just wasting time getting on calls, you need to figure that out sometime soon. Now, let's talk about belief number 3, which is follow-up closes the sale. Now, follow-up can help, and I'm not saying to not follow up, but it doesn't help when it's just reminders or guilt. What closes premium buyers is alignment. They need to see your content, your method, your certainty after the call. And that's exactly why I built a content ecosystem that reinforced the sale after the conversation. Now, when I closed that $25,000 deal, I didn't send a follow-up email. I sent a YouTube video, a specific one that answered the final objection that the client didn't even say out loud. And they replied with, "I'm in, let's go." And I literally sent them a link after that. Now, my exercise for you is pick one objection that you often get and create one piece of content, even a 2-minute Loom video that answers it powerfully, and make that your follow-up. Now, here's how you wrap everything together. High-ticket selling isn't just about pressure and having good sales vernacular and knowing all the right things to say to get them to buy and getting them to say yes 3 times and the 4th yes they'll buy. This isn't Tony Robbins. It's about precision and presence. It's about knowing the value that you provide, showing up with clarity, and offering more of an experience that feels aligned, leaving them feeling empowered, and that this is the inevitable decision where they should have gone all along. And once you shift these inner beliefs, you need structure, the right structure, the one that prepares you before the call even starts. And that's why I recommend creating your voice call prep sheet. Now, this is when you dive into their vision. What future are they moving toward? You talk about the current obstacles, have them list 1 to 2 blocks that they are running into and have them share this or anticipate this. Then you dive into emotional drivers. Why now? Like, what makes this important right now? Why not later on? Or is this something that you're not looking to get started on right now? Then you move into proof assets. Choose 1 or 2 of your testimonials, stories, or results that you'll reference. And then offer match. Why your method is the logical next step. Now, if you use this before every call, the intention isn't to pitch, it's to guide. And that's when people truly feel seen and when the real decision gets made, before the investment is even mentioned. The beliefs you bring to the call shape how you lead the call and how you show up. And once you shift that, the next step is the structure. And I've already given you the voice script, and that is literally the script that I have used to close $25,000 to $100,000 deals. Now, you can start with discovery. You can ask them, why are we on this call? Can you walk me through what's happening right now in your business when it comes to X? You can go to expose and ask them what they've already tried and why do you think that didn't work? And if we fix that, what would shift for you? And all of these things. But when it comes to you actually enrolling them in the vision, it isn't about persuasion. It's about collaboration. And then you're not closing a deal, you're co-building a solution that they've always needed. And if you use this model before your calls and during your calls, you can literally increase your closing percentage and start coming from the heart, which is the actual driver of every decision. Now, you'll see the difference in your tone, in trust, and in conversions. And if you want to close 10K, 25K, and 50K deals, start by identifying the internal sales beliefs that are silently sabotaging your process, and then use frameworks and build your post-call system and your pre-call system. Now, if you're ready to transform your follow-up process and you want to go from forgotten to unforgettable, then the Content Viral Engine was built for you. We help turn your best insights into a post-call content stack that educates, builds trust, and keeps your prospects warm and enables them to convert even when you're not following up. And this is more than just content creation. This is positioning through precision. You record once, we handle the rest. We script it, edit the SEO distribution, all designed to warm the room before your call even starts. Now, if that sounds like you, click below to get matched to the package that fits your goals, whether you're just building authority or scaling a multi-offer suite. Let's make your follow-up the fastest close lever ever. Check the link in the description and book your YouTube analysis call, and we will get on there and we'll help you stop chasing and start converting. Now, if you guys like this video, do me a favor, share your takeaway down below, what you liked, what you didn't like, and drop a like, drop a subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.